Taurus, let's dive right in and crack open your cosmic blueprint for 2026. Think of this as your personal roadmap for the year ahead. We're going to cover everything from your career and finances to your relationships and, your own personal growth. So let's get into it. So, the big question, right? What does 2026 actually have in store for you? What are the major themes going to be? Where are the big opportunities hiding? And what are some of the things you might need to look out for? Let's take a closer look. If you had to boil the entire year down to just one sentence, this would be it. 2026 is shaping up to be a year of major wins at work, but it's balanced by some really deep personal growth. And that's a pretty powerful combination, right? It's like what you're achieving on the outside is perfectly fueling who you're becoming on the inside. Okay, so let's kick things off with the area that is looking exceptionally strong for you this year, your professional life. This is where we're going to talk all about ambition, success, and of course, how money flows for you in 2026. I mean, look at this. What's so striking is just how positive the forecast is across the board. We're not talking about some vague sense of things getting better. Nope, this is about real, tangible results. Promotions are on the table, new opportunities could pop up, and your finances are likely to see a nice boost. And here's the best part. You're not doing it alone. Support from your bosses and your friends is a huge theme this year. Now, let's get a little strategic. Think of this timeline as your cheat sheet for 2026. You see how it flows? Starting mid-February, the sun fires up your career house. Then, Venus jumps in to sweeten the deal with new opportunities. From mid-March to April, the focus shifts to actual gains. And for your wallet specifically, you've got two powerhouse windows to circle on your calendar. Late May through late June, and another shot in September. So here's the deal. This isn't just trivia, it's a game plan. Knowing these dates means you can line up your biggest projects, your most important meetings, or your key financial moves with these astrologically supercharged periods. It's all about maximizing your chances for a big win. Okay, so your career life is looking pretty fantastic. But how does all that energy affect your personal connections? Let's switch gears, move from the office to the living room, and explore what's happening in your relationships in 2026. When we look at your family and home life, the main theme is just, it's so simple, but so profound, overall happiness. This really suggests that in 2026, your home is going to be your sanctuary, a real source of stability, comfort, and just genuine joy. And this isn't just some abstract vibe. The forecast points to specific, happy events. There's a real chance of new people joining the family, which can mean anything from a new baby to a marriage. And you might want to get your party outfits ready because celebrations and fun gatherings are definitely highlighted. It looks like a year full of warm, memorable get-togethers. Now, when it comes to romance, 2026 feels a little more like a balancing act. The outlook is really positive for love, especially right up until the end of October. But we also have to talk about Ketu's placement. Ketu has a way of stirring up things from the past, bringing these unexpected emotional waves to the surface. So what does that mean? It just means you might face a few emotional bumps in the road. The trick is to go into it with an open heart, for sure, but also with a strong sense of self-awareness. All right, to finish off our blueprint, let's talk about you, your personal well-being. This last section is all about your journey with self-care, learning, and your deeper spiritual development in 2026. The fantastic news is that, for the most part, your health is looking really good. But there are a couple of things to keep in mind. With so much going on at work, there's a real risk of burnout. You might just feel exhausted from the overload, so managing your energy is going to be key. The forecast also gives a specific little heads up to be careful when you're driving or using vehicles. Now, here's one specific date I want you to circle on your calendar for your wellness, June 2nd. The stars suggest that after this date, you'll probably want to pay a little closer attention to your health and energy levels. Just think of it as a little cosmic reminder to check in with yourself and make sure you're getting the rest you need. And hey, for any Tauruses out there who's a student or maybe just focused on learning something new, 2026 looks amazing. This is absolutely a year where all that brainpower and hard work is set to pay off in a big way. So let's break it down. While the whole year is pretty strong, that June 2nd date pops up again. It looks like a point where you might need to dig in and work a little harder. But for anyone facing big exams, check this out. There's an incredible window of opportunity between May 17th and October 9th. That period is highlighted as a prime time to ace any competitive tests. And finally, let's go a little deeper. On an inner level, 2026 is really about building a solid foundation. It's a year to develop more of a spiritual perspective, maybe through things like meditation. There's even a chance for some really meaningful travel, like a pilgrimage. The main thing to remember is that the inner work you do this year, well, it's going to set the stage for your spiritual growth for years to come. Phew. Okay, we've covered career, relationships, health, and your inner world. Now, let's pull all those threads together into one simple, strategic summary, your final blueprint for 2026. This table really puts it all on one page, doesn't it? Your career and finances, excellent, with those clear power periods to aim for. Love and family are looking positive, just with that little reminder to be mindful of emotional currents. Health is generally good, but remember that little shift after June 2nd. And for education, it's super promising, especially in that window from May to October. This is your high-level guide for the whole year. At the end of the day, don't think of this as some unchangeable destiny. It's not. Think of it as a map. This blueprint is your guide, a tool to help you navigate the landscape of 2026, so you can jump on the opportunities and handle the challenges with confidence. So that brings us to the final question, which brings it all back from the stars to you. Now that you have this cosmic blueprint in your hands, the only question that really matters is this: how are you going to build your year?